Hello guys, this is Nyazungu, aka the Chartered Vendor. Welcome to the Chartered Vendor podcast, where we discuss everything business, be it marketing, human resources, sales, strategy, finance. I know the year is about to go to end. What have you planned for 2023? I've interacted with some people and they said, no, I think we lost 2022 already. We're now waiting for 2023. But personally, I've said, no, I think we still have time. We still have that month and a quarter. We can utilize that month. We can still do something in the last month of December instead of people maybe going for a holiday. Some people have said no. I think there's a question which has come into my inbox several times. People asking about what's your secret in terms of achieving the little success. I would like to call it the little success which I have achieved because I don't see myself as successful. After maybe comparing what other people are doing out there, I think I'm still at the foundation. So people have said no. I think what's the secret? I think the biggest secret is to say, when people are seated, when people are resting, some people when it's a weekend, people are resting, they're not doing anything, they're relaxing. I'm at work. I think my brother Vose Tembekwa has talked about discipline. You need discipline in whatever you are doing. I think, yes, you can be talented, but if you lack the discipline of saying, I need to do something, even when I don't feel like doing it, it's supposed to be done. I'm supposed to show up. I'm supposed to be there. So this secret which I've noted is, especially in the consultants industry, because I've said to myself, we want to be the first black-owned consultants, which is not even an audit firm, which is going to reach a 7-figure revenue, which is very, very possible. I think we're now even realizing the dream right now. So what I've said is, if I want to achieve that, I really need to sacrifice. And the biggest thing which I need to sacrifice is time. And I think we've got 24 hours in a day. Everyone has got 24 hours in a day. Elon Musk has got 24 hours. All the rich people have got 24 hours. Even the poor people, even you and me, we've got the 24 hours which is there to be used. So how can I actually make use of these 24 hours? So I've said to myself, I've cut weekends, I've cut holidays. I've told myself that December is actually a month I would like to work even more. Why am I doing so? Because almost everyone is resting. I know that the second week of December, most of the people will be talking about we need to rest. People will be talking about we need to go for holidays. Yes, it's good. It's crucial for you to rest. But I don't believe that when you haven't achieved the success or when your company is not yet operating at where you are. Like personally, I've told myself that I need few years in my company. Then I move out the company, start doing other things. I leave people who will be running that company. So when you want to have a system in place, a workable system which you can rely on, but even when you are now out of the country, you can rely on that system and say, no, I think I can depend on that system. You need to sacrifice time. You need to sacrifice years whereby you're going to put your all trying to fight for this company to have proper systems. I'll give you an example. Look at your INSCO. Maybe I'll mention Chicken Inn. You mention your Baker's Inn. For that company to be where it is today, there are people who have sacrificed a lot in terms of their time. There are people who have sacrificed a lot in terms of putting system which they can now rely on. It didn't just work as you cannot just wake up today and have a workable system. So I think this also resonates to what was said by Dumisani. Shout out to my brother Dumisani in Zambia. He was talking about working inside your business and working on your business, or working in your business and work on your business. So sometimes the first days you have to sacrifice, put your time there, put your sacrifice, no weekends, no holidays. I think Danny Locke was also saying that in the first 10 to 15, in the first 5 years of building his business, he never took an off, he never went for any holiday, but he was building. Right now he's now calling himself boss in a Bentley. So I believe that can be attained if you are willing to sacrifice. If you want to get into entrepreneurship, please you should sacrifice time. Weekends are for billionaires. Weekends are for millionaires. If you're not yet a millionaire, please forget about the weekend. Let us work. Let us put in hours. Yes, as we're approaching December, don't approach it as the end of the year. You restart in January. But actually, your January is planned now. That's when you're going to plan your full strategy of what you're going to do in 2023. Because if you plan it in December and you are going to execute in January, you're going to see that there are a lot of loopholes, there are a lot of mistakes which you are going to do. By April, you realize that I was making a lot of mistakes. I now need to reset. The year is already gone. You're now waiting for 2024, and life is too short. We need to utilize each and every day as it comes. If you are going to create a better Zimbabwe, a better Africa, whereby we are saying we need companies which are grown here in Africa, which are going to be international. We need to start employing. My dream is to say, at least we need to start employing British here. We can employ French people in Zimbabwe. We employ Americans in Zimbabwe or in Zambia or in Nigeria. It's very, very possible for us to set up companies which can attract that kind of talent. It's very, very possible. But that's if we are willing to put in hours. Remember, in Africa is different from the way people start businesses in Europe, people start businesses in America. Because in Africa, you're starting from scratch. I'll look at myself starting as a vendor, selling sweets, selling bananas. I started off with a computer, just a computer. That's what I had only. I didn't even have furniture. I didn't even have chairs for me to start M&J. So I'm not starting with investors. I'm starting on my own. I can not even attract investors when I'm starting. So what I have is I'll be bootstrapping. I'm using all the profits. That's what I'm adding back into the company for it to grow. So remember, guys, sacrificing time also, working inside your business, making sure that all the systems are now functioning. It takes a lot of time. Yes, people say no, when you're always at your company, it means you're not organized. The first years, guys, let me give you advice, are for putting in hours. Sometimes, if you haven't even sleep in the office, you haven't started, my brother and my sister, sometimes you need to make sacrifices. And you can sacrifice a lot. You can sacrifice time. Sometimes you can even sacrifice time with family. There's a debate whereby people say, no, I think you need to spend more time with your family. It's good to spend more time with family. It's also good to spend more time at work. But the question is, yes, you can spend more time with family, but can you provide for that family? Because I think you cannot just be a father who is always there for the family, but who cannot provide for the family when someone is sick. You cannot be a father who is always available for them, but you cannot provide them with better shelter. You cannot provide them with clothes. Are you going to create joy? Are you going to create security? Are you going to create safety just because you're present? I don't think even your wife, even your kids, they want their broke father in their house every day. They want their broke father earlier in the day. They want a father who is going to provide. So yes, first to put in hours, first to sacrifice, then later on, you can start talking about, boom, I know guys, we can go for holidays, we can go in Vic Falls, we can go out as a family. Personally, I've said to myself, I don't want to go for a holiday when I feel that I spend a lot of money at a holiday. Even when you're getting into a plane, you want to get the cheapest ticket. It means you're not yet there. You're still in Shona, they actually say, Kungwava. You're not yet there. When you still compare tickets, when you want to board an airplane, when you still choose a cheaper holiday, it means you're not yet there. You're still very far. When you can now afford, you can just spend $5,000 or $10,000 at a holiday without even blinking an eye, without that money will never affect working capital in your business. You don't even feel it. It means you can now afford. Some people, yes, some people, they say early gratification kills business. So avoid early gratification. First, work inside your business, sacrifice the weekends which are coming, the holidays which are coming. You need to put everything into your business. You need to start working, start strategizing for January, start strategizing for 2023. Many have given excuses of COVID-19, but I don't think that excuse is still valid right now. As they say, every excuse expires. Even for a 40-year-old, you cannot say, no, I'm poor because I'm an orphan. When you're now 40 years old. Even right now, some people blame the government. The reason why I don't have a job, the reason why I don't have a car, the reason why I don't have a house is because of the economy, is because of the government. But the time will come. There's no way right now a 65, 75-year-old, 80-year-old will start to blame that I'm broke, I don't have money, I didn't go to school just because Ian Smith destroyed my life in the 70s, in the 60s. It doesn't make any sense, because that excuse is no longer valid. Even when you're going to tell your grandchildren that, no, there was a certain government, a certain president who destroyed my life, that is no longer an excuse. So just know that any excuse is going to expire. Utilize the time we have right now. We have ample time as Africans. We have huge opportunities as Africans, but we are being beaten by the Americans, by the first world, in the way we approach work. Our work ethic is dead. We like to enjoy before we have made any production. I have also noticed that even our workforce, the people in Africa, including even the employers themselves, they only count the hours they've spent at work. They don't care about the productivity which has been made at that workplace. So today, just count the last days we have. Make sure that you read as many books as you can. For me, I've said to myself, before the year end, I'm supposed to finish a book. Before the year end, I'm supposed to write my own book. I'm supposed to finish at least 10 business books for me to get into 2023 whilst I'm geared and prepared for whatever is going to happen in 2023. So, guys, it's up to you. It's up to us as Africans. We can only determine our destiny. We are not going to have a destiny which is going to be controlled by another person, whether it's a politician, whether there's someone who has got power. No, we are saying, let us take ownership, let us take full responsibility of where we are going. We need to take ownership of our destiny. Africa has got a lot of money. Africa has a lot of opportunities. If you want to change this world, let us start by changing the environments where we are in. So guys, until next time, guys, remember, we are always here talking about business, talking about how we are going to spend our lives here on earth, how we are going to change humanity. We need to change this planet. We need to change this continent. But mostly, I want to focus on this continent. I want us to also focus on my country, Zimbabwe, to say, how can we find the opportunities? How can we build sustainable businesses? How can we build timeless businesses? How can we build businesses which are going to last for 200 years? How can we build businesses which are going to last for 100 years? We need to start doing it now. We can change this life. We cannot afford to just use excuses as a reason why we are not successful. Look at what the Chinese are doing. Look at what they are doing in China. Look at their work ethic. When they are in a country, they are on a mission. I have hardly seen Chinese in Vic Falls, in Kariba, going for holidays. Why? Because they know why they are in a country. They are in a country for a mission, and their mission is to grab each and every dollar, be it in mining, be it when they want oil, they are there to get opportunities. So guys, let us utilize these opportunities. Make sure that when we're getting into 2023, we are geared for the year and we're going to be successful. We can do it as Africans. So guys, until next time, it's Jerry. Remember to subscribe. Remember to follow our podcast. Remember to follow me on Facebook, to follow me on Twitter, on LinkedIn. Until next time, guys, bye-bye for now.